All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you are watching the 2024 WPBA Tour Championship, presented by Dr. Pool Promotions and Jacoby Custom Cues. This is a B-side matchup between Margarita Fefilova Styer and the Styer, Kristina Zlateva. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm being joined in the booth by none other than the Iron Maiden herself, Miss Ada Leo and Tara Connor.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having us.
Hello.
So there's some good stuff going on this evening. We've had some great upsets in this tournament. Kelly Fisher defeated Allison Fisher and then turned around and was defeated by Miss Pia Filler. So some really cool mix-ups going on here at this event.
Upsets everywhere.
We just seen Kristina get defeated by Kawahara, the Japanese #1 ranked player. And technically, I mean, based on Fargo, Kawahara actually is a little bit more highly rated in Fargo. Just a few points, but still, right?
Yeah, it's there. I mean, at this level, everyone is really, really good.
Yeah, there's some good pool going on right now, and it's kind of been interesting to watch the transition and the change in some of the matches. Like you're seeing people lose that normally you wouldn't see maybe lose. And then you're seeing people win that are just like being them best selves, right? Like they're just really getting it done this week. And this is a great tournament to do so. This is our tour championship. It is the finale of our 48th season here with the WPBA. And how do you feel about this season? Did you have a nice season, Ada?
I did. Actually had my best experience on a live stream in this event. Not this event, this year over at Felt Billiards. So I felt really good in that event and definitely felt like my game has progressed and got a chance to really participate a lot with you, Lonnie, in the live stream booth. So always a pleasure to meet the fans and talk about pool and learn from these top players and do my homework.
Yeah, so I did make a mistake. I misspoke. I apologize, everyone. It's the last match of the day, and I'm starting to get a little slap happy. This is an A-side matchup, folks. So it's Margarita Fefilova versus Kristina Zlateva. This is an A-side matchup. I apologize for the misspoke.
And then tomorrow we're bringing back the top 6. Is that how it's happening tomorrow?
I thought we were bringing back 4, but maybe we are bringing back 6, huh?
Yeah, so
Let's look at the
Pia
bracket.
Filler is on the B side,
Okay, maybe that's where I'm confusing Margaret and Pia.
and then Brianna Miller and Kawahara are both going to be matching up now too on the B side.
Nice. So lots of cool action going on in the room. Actually, let's see if they've started this. Oh, yeah, so we got it. Pia Filler and Fan Yu Swan. I'm making sure I say that right.
Fan Yu Swan.
Fan Yu Swan. Brianna Miller and Shiwahara. Oh, my gosh. Chihiro Kawahara.
Kawahara.
I'm
Chihiro
so
Kawahara.
fired after this match.
You know, we've met a lot of players this weekend,
Yeah,
for sure. It's
and
not the typical,
No.
WPBA
Lonnie,
event.
But
No.
pronunciation police is firing you.
I know. Ada's kicking me out. All right, so it looks like Zlateva has won the lag. Let's go ahead and check out the match rules for this event. These ladies are going to lag for the first break, which we just saw. Alternate break format thereafter. The 9-ball does not count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets. The 3-point break rule is in effect, and 3 consecutive fouls does equal a loss of game. Cue ball fouls only. This is a race to 8, ladies and gentlemen.
So 3-point break rule. We have to make sure that a combination of 3 balls get pocketed or go past the kitchen for it to be considered a legal break. If it is not a legal break, then the incoming player can take over the table, shoot the lowest number ball on the table, or give it back to the original breaker, of which the breaker can push out.
Yeah, that's the only twist to the rule. No matter what happens, also, the 3-point rule supersedes everything.
So Kristina Zlateva is actually just coming off of her win on the against Kawahara. That was literally just a few minutes ago. So she's pretty well warmed up. Margarita has been sitting now for about a couple hours. How do you guys think this is going to play into it?
Actually, I think you're confusing it with Takach because there's a mistake in the bracket, I think.
No, Takachi was just defeated by Kawahara.
Yeah, but Kristina Zlateva put Kawahara on the one
Yeah,
loss side.
yes. Kristina
Oh, I'm
Zlateva
sorry.
put her on the one loss
Okay,
side
you're right.
earlier
I
today.
apologize for that. Yes.
Yeah, so they both have been sitting for quite a while. You guys can tell we've been here a while today.
It's been a
Everything's
long
a
day.
little bit discombobulated. There's too many Christinas, too many, too many. All right, so it looks as though Kristina Zlateva has broken dry. She did not make the wing ball. And it was a legal break, so that's fine. Margarita can go ahead and push out.
Do we want to read the player bios while these first rackets started?
Yeah, absolutely. So Margarita Fefilova Styer, originally born in, is it Belarus? Belarus?
Belarus.
Belarus.
Thank you. And then now resides in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Her highest ranking on the WPBA is number 2, which is her current ranking. She is playing with a Viking Carmeli with a 12.25 white carbon shaft. I'm really excited to watch this cue, actually. I've been looking forward to this. She is sponsored by Viking, Triple 60, Kamui brand, and Jam Up Apparel. She's using Kamui chalk, Kamui gloves, and she uses a Triple 60 jump cue.
So her opponent today is Kristina Zlateva, also known as the Styer, originally from Sofia, Bulgaria, and is residing in Birmingham, Alabama. Her first WPBA event was the 2022 Pro Billiards Series Canada Open, and her highest ranking is number 3, which is her current ranking. She plays with a Mez Ace 2184, Mez Power Break G, Mez Air Drive 3, and her tip is a Kamui Athlete M, and her chalk is a Kamui Roku. So this year she's quite gotten some high finishes. She had 2 second places over at WPBA Palmetto Invitational in Charleston, South Carolina, as well as the Fairfield Invitational in Fairfield, Iowa. And she's got several different accolades from Europe, and her sponsors are Kamui, Mez, the Academy, Jam Up Apparel, and Iron City Billiards.
So I know you guys were going through the bios here, but Margarita just made an absolutely beautiful shot on the one. She had to cheat the ball past the brown 7. She just hit it at such a good speed, just the perfect speed.
That's a great way to start.
All right, so she looks like she's all business today, which I think Margarita tends to do anyway. She's the consummate professional at all times. She comes prepared to every match, ready to play. And I absolutely admire that about her.
Her focus is amazing.
Oh, so good. All right, so she's going to one rail this back across table, try to get back out past the 9 ball for the pink 4 in the lower right-hand corner. Great shot.
And she's got great fundamentals. So if you want to learn about pre-shot routine, fundamentals, what to do at the table, Margarita is definitely a great example of what to be doing on the table.
Yeah, and she gives lessons.
Yeah,
so
she's a coach.
Her and her husband Tyler Styer are both they're both available for lessons or to learn things. They have some tools that they sell as well. There's tools called the balls, which are kind of interesting training tools. So if you're interested, make sure you guys are going to these ladies' socials. Check them out. I know they do Facebook, probably Insta. I'm not 1,000% on the Insta. And then TikTok for sure. So go check out their content. Make sure you're subscribing to their stuff and give them the support that they deserve. I know that Kristina Zlateva just recently has started really working hard on her YouTube channel. So if you're interested in following along with any of these ladies' careers, please take just a second to check that out. All right, this looks, she's making pretty quick work of this rack.
Yeah, this is a nice looking rack, wide open. I don't think she's going to have any problems closing this out.
And I want to thank the fans for all your support. Please like, share, and follow the stream. And as well, if you'd like to make a donation, there's a $sign next to your YouTube chat. And you can also go to WPBA.com and make a donation there.
Or you can purchase a set of balls. I only have a few sets left.
I thought that would be all gone like hotcakes.
Girl, almost. I think I was told I have approximately 10 sets, and I'm more than halfway through them. So if that's something that interests you, you guys can reach out to WPBA.com. Check out our store link. These sets that these ladies are playing with right here will be available for sale. $370 shipped to the continental 48 states.
That was a beautiful draw stroke right there from the 7 to get on the 8.
That is definitely Margaret's best stroke, in my opinion. She draws the ball so beautifully. It's just always so smooth
Yep.
and clean. I love it.
No body movement. Very still in her in her form and everything.
Yeah, I'm always in awe of how she can hit it. It looks like she's softly hitting it, and it will draw like the length of the table.
All right, so this 9-ball to take the first rack. This is a race to 8. So Margarita actually just recently won her very first WPBA title.
I was gonna
She
say
won
that,
the
yeah.
Felt Colorado Olhausen Classic, and then she got a second place finish, followed it right up at Capital City Billiards, being defeated in the finals by Pia Filler. Pia was kind of a force at that event. She was not to be denied. She
Both
played
of these ladies, I
yeah.
think they've really stepped up their games, and it really shows in their confidence, the way they address the table, and it shows in the results. So
Absolutely.
they put the hard work in.
All right, so we do have a couple other matches going on around the room. They're just getting started, though, so there's not much for score change. Fan Yu Xuan has taken the first rack against Pia Filler, but we'll check back in on that throughout this match, folks. Don't you worry. We'll keep you posted, and if you're interested, you can go to the link. I posted it in the YouTube description, so you can follow along there.
And make sure to follow along the WPBA.com events page. We'll be updating it very soon with the 2025 dates. We had a jam-packed 2024 season. It looks like 2025 is just as jam-packed. Pleased to announce the first event is going to be at Iron City Billiards, January 29th to February 2nd. Please stop by Birmingham, Alabama, and check us out. Support us, and such a great room. The owner, Michael Catanese, really rolls out all the stops for us, and always a pleasure to be playing there.
Yeah, Michael's been a fabulous support to the WPBA, and as well as to a few of the girls he sponsors. Actually, he sponsors the Styer, Kristina Zlateva, as well as April Larson, and I do believe he used to work directly with Monica Webb as well. So some of the top ladies here on tour are supported by Iron City Billiards, and so it's actually one of our favorite places to go.
So this is the final 8 that are playing right now. In this, there was, like we said, quite a few upsets in the last round. Sophia Mass did get knocked out of that last round against Brianna Miller.
Brianna is playing exceptionally well in this tournament.
Is. She's not had an
beat
easy
some
draw.
monsters along the way, too.
Yep, she's earned
Good
it,
for her.
absolutely.
I think we should do booth cam after this rack to show all the...
Okay, but is my hair sticking up everywhere? Because I feel like I have static right now.
No, your hair is beautiful, Lonnie.
Thank you, guys. All right, so it looks like Margarita overran this 2-ball a little bit, but basically what happened is she overcut the 1. So the cue ball, the path of the cue ball, was just a little bit different than she had expected it to be. She looks like she is elevating, looks to be like she's going to back cut this 2 into the top right-hand corner pocket.
Oh, very
Does
nice.
that
Lovely
so
stroke.
nicely. You know what I like about what Margaret does with an elevated cue is that she first lines up level cue and then she elevates. It's very methodical, and she does it every single time.
I have to do that too. If I don't, I will miss.
Yeah?
Every time.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
there you go, folks. We're learning things every day in the booth here. Cool stuff. I mean, I'm learning a little bit about how she addresses the ball, even though I'm actually been a fan for quite a while. Learn new things
I
all
was
the time.
surprised to hear that her very first WPBA event was in 2022. That I feel like she's such a a staple of this tour. That yeah.
Yeah, it was a Soaring Eagle. Mm-hmm. And it was so fun when she came in and she got 3rd place, and she was so excited.
Oh,
She had such a good event, and I think that was her moment, right, with the WPBA, where she realized that this was where she wanted to be.
that's awesome.
So it was pretty cool to see it. You almost felt it coming out of her.
That's so nice.
So she'll tell you that the WPBA, and when I ask her what's your favorite event, she always says Soaring Eagle. It's a beautiful hotel and casino, though, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great venue.
Absolutely.
I think this is a great venue, too, with being connected to the hotel and not having to go outside. I enjoy that. There's amenities all the way around us. There's a grocery store, so it's not like we're in the middle of nowhere.
But it is a Arctic tundra. It's very, very
It's
cold.
very cold. Well, we're coming to this part of the country in December and January. Like, it's rough action.
Yeah, I was actually I was planning on heading home today, but an ice storm across basically the entire Midwest has kept me here.
Okay, well, we're lucky to have you then, Tara.
Better
you.
safe than sorry.
Yes, yes.
Thank you,
I
Mother
mean,
Nature.
it's not like it's a punishment to stay and watch pool all day.
I know. They twisted your arm.
It's terrible.
So bad.
All right, folks. So it looks like Margaret is really settling in here. She's made a very nice out. We haven't seen much of this layer since her first break, which was dry. Margaret has pretty much dominated these last
She's
few
like,
racks.
I'm going to break and run right now. I'm not giving you this rack.
She's holding serve. She was able to capitalize on Zlateva's dry break in the first rack. So it's 2-0 in favor of Fefilova Styer. We'll see this layer get up here. She's going to get back to work. She's going to be racking with the perfect rack, which is the official rack for the WPBA.
And for those of us joining the chat right now, this is Ada Leo. We also have,
Tara Connor.
and of course, the voice of the stream, Lonnie Fox Raymond, as part of our commentary team for this match.
Let's just pop in. Say hi to the booth cam while we're here. Hey, everybody.
Where is this camera? Oh, there it is. Hi. I was like
I'm all
looking around the
enjoying
desk. I'm
mood,
like,
Tara, there you go. All right, folks. So this is the crew. Guys, thanks for tuning in. We are having a great time at this event. Shout out to Dr. Poole and Jacoby, and of course, so many of our event sponsors throughout the match. I'm sure we'll pop up other graphic for them and give you a little rundown on who's all supported the WPBA for this event.
wow, that was, unfortunate placement for the cue ball there.
Well, and her first break wasn't successful either, so she may just need to make some adjustments. I do believe that there's a chance that the TV table is playing a little bit faster and maybe a slight bit differently than the outer tables. And Kristina Zlateva has not been on the feature table yet this event, so
It's a big light. It
it
heats up the
must be the
table.
big light.
The big light.
I think they're LEDs. I don't think that's really a thing, is it? With LEDs,
It could just be the placement in the room. You never know. I mean, it could
the
be
temperature it
yeah.
could be warmer here than it is anywhere else in the room, which actually I might somewhat agree with. We're farthest from an outside door with the feature table.
Yeah, the outer tables are closer to the exit, and definitely when people open the door or pass through there, you can feel a little bit of a draft.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. It is very cold outside.
Well, it's warming up, so it wasn't as cold as it was a couple days ago. It was like almost I feel like all the moisture was being frozen.
Yes, it was.
It was frozen.
Frozen.
So I left a bottle of water in a cooler in our vehicle because we drove here, and I went out to the car to get it, and Bob's like, hey, there's a bottle of water in the cooler if you want it. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. And I'm not thinking about the fact that it's been
Yeah.
negative numbers
Yeah.
here, right? So I grab it out, and it's all like expanded from being frozen. And I told Bob, I was like, well, I'll drink it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
It's very cold here, folks. All right, I like this safety play by Margaret. Great shot.
Yeah,
Yep.
she would have liked to get locked up on that. I think is that the 8 ball or 6 ball?
It's a six.
Six.
And
Oh yeah. So the 6 ball a little bit more because this is going to leave Zlateva a nice jump shot.
So it's Air Zlateva. Air's layer.
The air's layer. There you
Air's
go.
layer. Let's see if she could lay this one ball in. Are you just going to try to jump bank this? I want to see something fancy. Let's go.
I'm going to get the replay ready
Okay,
just
triple
in
60.
case something cool happens. Darn it. I really enjoy a replay option. So I'm always like hoping they make these great shots. All right. Yes, Karen in the chat room. Thank you for asking. I do absolutely Still have the heater going on.
She's literally got her feet like resting on the heater
Yeah,
under
I'm
this
not
desk.
messing around. I'll share, but at a minimal.
So, how do you? Yeah, this 4-ball is really kind of a little tricky down here with the 6 locked up.
Oh, wow. She hit it well, though.
Oh, it's going to be Air Slayer again. Margarita's like, I'm going to make you work for all your shots.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't want to give up the lead, right, that she's built. This makes it a very difficult comeback for Kristina if Margaret never leaves her a shot.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, to go up 3-0, even if they trade racks after this, is very.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think it has the legs.
no.
I need more oomph.
A little more oomph.
But still, she's got this pink 4 tied up with this. Is that the pink 4 there tied up with the 6?
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see how she addresses that situation.
Well, if you can get a nice shot on the 2, you actually have a really easy breakout there, but you certainly wouldn't prefer to use the 2 for the breakout because you might not get a leave. I think it's going to be her best bet, though. Ooh, she overran it a little.
Well, she can make a safe on the 4 after the 3, too,
Yeah,
or safe
absolutely.
on the 3.
Is there's no 3, is there? Isn't that the 7-ball down there?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the 7.
Oh,
There's
I'm sorry.
3's gone. Yeah.
I'm sitting furthest away from this
Yeah,
You
monitor.
are.
So.
Yeah, I was going to say you are kind of the farthest.
I definitely noticed that when you're right up in front, it's a lot easier to see the colors on the monitor.
Yeah. Okay, ladies, I'm going to step out and leave you guys to it. I just want to say thanks to all the fans for watching the stream all day today, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Please enjoy the show. Ada Leo and Tara Connor giving you some fabulous content.
All right, thanks, Lonnie.
Thank you, Lonnie.
Well, she went for the breakout and the safety in one.
Lonnie's like, I'm tired.
Yeah, poor Lonnie. She's been working all day and playing. I think Zlateva is probably going to try a kick and stick on this. I'm not sure if she can see all of it, but
She couldn't get the cue ball behind this 5 ball. Depends.
she got enough room there for that, yeah.
Oh, she used these balls underneath here as cover.
That was nicely done.
Now this is a kick and stick.
Now we have a kick and stick. Got it.
Something I like about Margarita's game is she will always tell you where she wants to go. She points at the
Yeah,
table,
yeah.
gives that great visualization so that she knows the path and how to execute upon that.
She just came in a little thin on that too, unfortunately.
She did. Still, this is not easy to navigate. We got these 4 balls here and the bottom short side here, a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, I think she won't have too much trouble just kind of drawing over and cutting the 4, and that'll get her up table for the 5. I believe the 6 or the 7, as long as you come down off the bottom rail, I believe the 7 goes past the 9.
Mm-hmm. So Tara, how'd you get started playing pool?
I didn't really have a moment or anything where I sort of started. It was just one of those things you hang out with your friends and you play some pool, and then I liked it a lot, and I started taking lessons. We had lucky enough to have one of 8 BCA master instructors in our area, so which of all places is Southeast Iowa. So I got really lucky. He gave me a lot of great fundamentals, and then it wasn't until just within the last few years that I actually sort of really started taking it seriously and competing, and I won the ACS Midwest 8-ball championships.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you, and that's how I got here.
And you were like, the bug has hit me, and
Yes.
I want to challenge myself against the top ladies of the world.
Yeah, I'm very competitive. I love a challenge, and absolutely, it's like my favorite thing is playing better players than me, just because I love learning.
That's great. What was your first event?
My first event was the Fairfield Invitational in 2000 and let's see, 2023. So I will be coming up on 2 years in March.
Wow, that's great.
What about you? How'd you get started?
I playing pool or get started on the tour.
Let's go with pool.
I started playing pool in college, and there were. I went to Rutgers University, and they had a recreation room with free pool tables, 9-foot pool tables, and I had friends that loved to play pool. So initially, I was just like, "What is this?" And
Yeah.
just play for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, my friends would go to the bar, and then we'd go play bar pool for fun. And it wasn't until I had a boyfriend that had an APA team, and they invited me to join. And then after that, I got a taste of what competitive pool was like, even though some people would argue APA is more social pool. And so eventually, I got the bug. I met Emily Duddy. She was very inspirational for motivating me to play at a higher level.
Yeah, to take it seriously.
She says, if you want to do this, this is your passion, you can totally do it. Because, as an Asian woman, I was, in my family, was always like, you're not good enough. And,
Always pushing. Yeah.
always pushing and always saying, like, your goal in life is to have a husband and children. And I always felt like that wasn't what my life was about. So it's been quite a journey trying to come into my own as a person, and this game is definitely a testament to that.
Beautiful out there by Kristina Zlateva. That was really nicely done.
And she's on the board. So exciting to see, a more competitive match, right? I want to
Yeah.
see Hill
Yeah,
thriller.
absolutely. 2-1 now.
So let's take a look around the room and see how everybody else is doing. We have Boyana Sharatz 2-0 over Bean Hung. A 1-1 fight there between Brianna Miller and Chihiro Kawahara. And P.S. Filler 2-1 over Fan Yushuan. A lot of really great matches going on there in this last round.
Yeah, it's a nice kind of diverse group of ladies here from all around the world.
It is, and we are such a community. It's so great to meet everyone, and we're all supportive, and it's a different atmosphere. I feel like when I play co-ed pool back home, it's really dog eat dog, and it's like, oh, you want to learn something? You have to gamble with me. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, what? It's like, how are you supposed to motivate me to want to play with this kind of attitude? If anything, I think a lot of women feel deterred by this. I mean, certainly there are exceptions out there.
Yeah, I think I actually got a really good piece of advice from a fellow competitor, and she told me that sometimes you're gambling for $5, and it's not necessarily gonna really motivate you, push you hard to win a match, because it's nothing super exciting. It's not really hurting you in any way. So she says gamble with something personal to yourself. Like if you lose this match, you don't get to have a cup of coffee for a week. Something
Wow.
make it hurt personally. If you're not going to make it hurt financially. I love that piece of advice.
I think that definitely speaks volumes. Like, if you are looking to accomplish something, you have to have the right motivation, and it has to be something personal. That's something I learned when I went through a weight loss journey during pandemic and went through Noom, and it was like, you're going to have ups and downs during your journey. How do you sustain that level of effort? And you have to have the right motivating statement.
Absolutely.
So it looks like Margarita played a really great save.
Yep, she's been very consistent with her safeties, really keeping everything in right where she wants it.
I like to see this side of Margarita because I think in the past Margarita's been a little bit aggressive, and you could tell she's really worked on her safety game. And at this level, if the table's all open, any player can run out at this quality of play. So you want to make sure you make the right decisions.
Wow, that was a great effort by Kristina. Really nice, and she ended up getting a really fortunate roll there at the end.
So can she see this? Let's take a look at this side view.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And she's pretty close to the 4, so jumping, I mean, you can do it, of course, but It is not an easy jump.
Looks like she's taking to the air.
Yep.
There's Air Fefi. Lonnie likes to call her Fefi, so.
Yeah, she's jumping over the side of the 4, so that's not quite. It's not a terrible spot.
Now, are you a pendulum jumper like Fefilova?
No, I unfortunately have a hurt shoulder, so
Oh, no.
I have to dart.
Now, we'll be curious to see if Zlateva likes the side pocket shot or if she goes up to the bottom right corner.
I think this is a safety.
Jail time.
But, she didn't really want to leave the 1 in front of the pocket like that. This makes the kick a much more reasonable.
Look
Although,
at this.
wow, she really got on that 7, didn't she?
She snuggled it right up.
Snuggled, I like that. These balls are snuggling.
Well, these are my favorite kind of shots, the safety shots, the jail time. Looks like Margarita has to go 2 rails to
Wow.
kick this. That's how good of a jail time this is.
Very, very well played.
Well, she's taking her time thinking about it. Just to remind everybody, the ladies on this live stream table are playing with a 40-second shot clock, and each rack they're allowed 1 extension with the exception of a hill match. And hill rack, that is, then they get 2 extensions.
And someone in the chat asked about what the minimum length a jump cue can be in the WPBA, and I'm really not sure what that is. I'm sure we have it somewhere in our rules for the cue lengths, but I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I think there's standard WPA rules about equipment, and we follow that for the most part.
Yeah, it's probably on the website if you want to look that up.
So Zlateva gets ball in hand after that great jail time save. Everything's wide open. She's just got to keep it simple.
Yeah, this is a pretty nice layout here. This is game 4, so this was actually Margarita's break, wasn't it? Didn't Zlateva win the... Yeah, she won the lag.
Yeah, so if the score is even, then it's going to be Margarita's... no, it's going to be Kristina's break. And then if the score is odd, if you add up, like, right now it's an odd score, then it's going to be Margarita's break.
Yes, so yeah, this would be really big for Kristina to get the point here because she will be breaking next.
Yeah, and keeping it competitive, keeping, closing the margin here. That's why I'm thinking it might be a Hill thriller.
I hope so. I love a good Hill match.
That's right.
Don't want to be in it, but I'd love to watch it.
And we've seen quite a few Hill matches going on throughout this tournament. So if you do like that suspense, there's plenty of it here. Oh, now she's got to reach, getting her extension.
Yeah, fortunately, this is, as long as she doesn't, miscue, there's pretty easy shape here for the 7.
Oh, I like that she used
the force follow there.
Yeah, kind of getting into the natural line of to the next shot.
Not a ton of angle here, but I don't think she'll have any trouble sliding over. She has a very powerful shot when she wants it.
That she does. So this entire season, what has been your favorite tournament? There's been 10 plus stops.
Wow, yeah. It's funny. Every stop, I think, oh, this is my favorite. So, I really enjoyed going to Bristol and playing at Janet Atwell's facility. I thought that was just amazing. It's such a cool pool hall.
It's amazing and beautiful, and she built it this year, and it still had brand new pool smell.
Yeah, literally, like they were putting it together as we arrived. It was so wonderful. It was such a fun treat. Also playing in Louisville was really fun at Rail Yard. That was a great, really nice facility. I mean, it's kind of fun because you can be perfect in these convention centers. You know, there's so much space. The tables are all even, you know, perfect, the flooring and everything. But there's something about playing in pool halls that have a little bit of a, you know, a different feel, a little, I don't know, a little rougher feel almost, but it's sort of more homey.
But also check out the player amenities that happened in that room. We had all sorts of snacks and anything we could have wanted. It was there.
They took care of us.
They
Absolutely.
did. So now it looks like it's tied at 2-2, closing the gap. So if you like what you see, please like, share, and follow, and put the thumbs up. We'd
Yeah.
like to see the engagement.
Yeah, the thumbs up, it actually really helps our analytics. So if everyone can just take a second, you know, back out of your screen and just hit that thumbs up for us, that we really appreciate it.
So just wanted to thank the tour sponsors, Dr. Pool Promotions Inc. and Jacoby Custom Cues. They're the title sponsors for this event. We also have the City of Rothschild, Old Hausen Billiards, I Want Simona's Cloth, Incredible Bank, On the Hill Billiards Club, MPA Midwest Pool Players Association, Diamond Billiard Products, Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center, which is where we are at right now, Aramith Billiard Balls, and the Erickson Fisher Group. Yeah, so now the score is even, so it's Kristina up to break.
Okay, I think a better break that time. She kind of, the first two breaks she had struggled a little bit. It looks like she kind of figured out.
Yeah, definitely she made an adjustment because everything's spread out. It's compliant with the 3-point rule.
Yeah, she kept the cue ball up at the top of the table with the one.
Yes. Do you see too many problems here?
Well, I mean, the 1 to the 2 is not a problem really. I mean, it's just, you just kind of have to be careful with it. I don't think she's going to have a problem. No, the 4 to the 5 looks great. Yeah, to 3 to the 4, you just, you know, she's so good. I don't see her having any problem. I could probably find a problem out of this, but she's going to do well.
Yeah, she's got a jack up right now. I'm thinking she's just going to hit one rail.
She's going to 2 rail, yeah.
Oh, 2 rail
Yeah.
and get back to the middle of the table. The middle of the table is the most options. So a lot of players you'll see get the cue ball back to the middle of the table.
Now, I can't see what kind of angle she has on this 2 to the 3. She may just elect just to draw straight back.
I think she's very straight. So let's check out her draw stroke. Oh, smooth like butter. Look at that. So smooth. She's also a little bit straight now, but I think she has
Yeah.
a small angle where she can probably hit the top short rail and come back
Yeah,
up.
this is not ideal. I mean, she may even consider coming and hitting the short side for the 4. I just can't see how much angle, but
We will see. See what
yeah,
she
she
does.
wants the short side.
Yeah, she's keeping it simple.
I think that was the smart play because if she, you know, she would end up with quite a cut if she had tried to, you know, 2 rail around for it.
Well, it depends. I think everybody has their own shot library of things that they can and cannot do, or what are their percentages of doing. So it's hard to say. Like, a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, there's a right way of running a rack out or shooting a rack," and even the great Allison Fisher says that every day feels different. So you have to really go with how you feeling that day.
And now she has 4 wide open balls. This was really well done. She earned this rack for sure.
She's on her way to slaying. We love to see some slaying. Oh, we need to give Margarita a nickname. She does not have one on her bio sheet.
I know. I was thinking about that.
Fefi does not sound intimidating whatsoever.
Feffy is not exactly a strike fear in your opponents kind of name.
That's right. So for those of you joining us, we have in the booth Ada Leo and Tara Connor. Lonnie Fox Raymond was here earlier, but she's been working all day. We figured that it would be nice for her to take a break.
She's going to have to power this one a little bit.
Like go to rails power or draw back power?
I think she's going to...
Punch it off the rail?
I think she's going to punch it off the rail. If she can just get any... Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
2 rails, 1 follow. That was my first thought
I always
there.
forget how good she is at that shot.
I love to practice that shot.
Yeah, it is a nice one to have, certainly.
But I tend to play a little bit more fancy pool. I don't know, it's because like on the East Coast in New York City, there's some humidity in the air, and you really have to make sure you spin or hit the ball with more pace. So I do have a tendency to move the cue ball around more than I should. But when I come here to these events, I try to keep it simple. It's all about adjusting to the
Dial it
environment.
back. Yeah.
Yes. It's got to shoot on the rail. Let's see how comfortable she is. A lot of people don't like the rail.
Yes, I would be shocked if she has any trouble with this shot.
How shocked.
Very shocked. I don't know how to rate the level of shock, but
No need, no shock necessary.
yes, I'm from Southeast Iowa. It's called Fairfield, Iowa. It's actually where we have, for the last few years, actually like 5 or 6 years, had a WPBA event. So it's about an hour south of Iowa City.
So going to take a quick look around the room. We have Boyana Sharats, 4-0 over Bean Hung. Wow, that's amazing. We'll see if the momentum shifts in that match, and Bean will start closing the gap.
Yeah, Bean defeated Kristina to put her in the loser bracket earlier in
Wow.
this tournament. So she was shooting really, really well.
We also have Brianna Miller, 2-2 against Chihiro Kawahara, and Pia Filler, 4-1 over Fan Yushuan. So as you see in the screen right now, that's Jerry Stucker, tournament director for this event.
Was Margarita racking with the 2 in the back?
Oh yes, there has been a rule change when it comes to racking here. It used to be that the 2 was mandatory to be in the back, but now it's just going to be the 1 on the spot, the 9 right behind that, and then it's a random ordering of balls. So Margarita to break here. Kristina leading 3-2. So do you prefer to follow or draw shots?
You know, I have always been a follower. Definitely. I have had to really learn to control my draw stroke. And my draw stroke is getting better and better. I can control it really pretty well in the short one, but the long draw strokes I'm struggling with still. So with accuracy and draw at the same time. So yeah, I definitely go with the follow. Prefer the follow, I should say. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why the rule was changed, but other than having the 2 ball in the back of the rack was basically considered a pattern break or a pattern rack. And I think there was some concern about, just having that pattern, and that it was more fair to have a completely random break.
Yes, I think you're right. It's about not having any pattern racking whatsoever.
Yeah, so besides the 1 and the 9, everything else now is completely random.
And we are using the perfect rack, which is the official template rack of WPBA. So you see that in your screen is that blue plastic rack.
Love this rack. Absolutely love it. I have it at home. I highly recommend it to anyone. They're really durable.
And it keeps everything together so that
Yeah.
you can spread the balls after break. I don't have a monster break, and I still can spread the balls. So
Yeah, it's true. And it's funny when I go to like other events, where they don't let you use a template rack. I'm spoiled, and I have a really struggle with the the triangles and stuff.
it's all about consistency, right? So as long as we have consistent equipment, consistent conditions, I think that's where you see a lot of these players shine and show their game.
Yes, I've definitely been talking to Tony about coming up to Quincy. That is a goal of mine soon, for sure. I will try and make it next year.
Sounds like there's a lot of pool in Iowa. I have no idea. I'm just thinking there's corn everywhere.
Well, there
with big
is,
flies.
but in the middle of winter, it is so cold and there is nothing to do. So, indoor things like bowling and pool are really big in the Midwest.
Wow. Yes, this is a voting organization, so the players have voted. This is not totalitarian regime, so the players are really, very invested in the tour and making sure that we do the right things and to showcase the best play from all the players.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a few different rule changes from next year. We've definitely the board has brought up quite a few different items that we've addressed with how it's going to work for points and qualifying and everything. So it'll be kind of fun to see what happens.
Yeah, and we are just getting to be, more and more with exposures, with the events, with the sponsorship. So if you're interested in sponsoring the WPBA to help bring us quality events like this, there is a web page, WPBA.com. There's a sponsored section, so please check it out. There are different levels of sponsorship there. We have Steve Rao, who is the head of our sponsorship team, really knowledgeable and can help you on, with your contribution and your partnership with the WPBA. So definitely something to check out.
That was a huge error from Margarita. Sorry.
Ooh, big error.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for her.
How much do you think is because Zlateva is breathing down her neck?
Yeah, you're right. She started out very, very focused, very calm and assured.
But the lucky thing is that this is an A-side match, so no player is going to be eliminated from the tournament.
You still don't want to lose. You're on the A side. You want to stay on the A side.
That's true, right? But I almost like to being on the B side because you get to play more. And, sometimes sitting around waiting for the matches can be very draining and exhausting.
Yes, I agree. The 6 ball was the shot that, she didn't get herself set up well for the 7. It's always tough to hit right in those corners. They're very sharp.
So sharp, and the shelf is so deep on these diamond tables. So we are playing with diamond tables, Simona's cloth, and the Aramid Tournament TV set. And Kristina has extended her lead 4-2.
Hi, it's Chanel Rain, and you're watching the WPBA on YouTube.
Looks like the players are taking a break here, so I'm going to play some videos.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
WPBA is the longest-standing women's professional pool tour and the biggest supporter of women playing pool.
An incredible community of strong women and people who are putting a lot of time and effort in growing women's pool.
Gives women something to strive for, a reason to improve their game and to try their hardest to become a better player.
I get to play with the best players in the world, and not only that, but I get to call them my friends.
Every time I get to come to an event, I feel at home with all of the girls.
Meeting and competing against fierce women.
The camaraderie amongst the players.
The fierce and high-level competition with a beautiful group of ladies.
We have always stuck together, and most of all, because of our competitive spirit with each other and our long-lasting friendships.
The organization always listens to what the players have to say, and they're always trying to improve the tour for us.
Look like the players are getting back into the arena. Just take a quick look around the room as they get settled. We have Boyana and Sharatz, 4-1 over Bean, Hung. We have Brianna Miller, 3-2 over Chihiro Kawahara. And Pia Filler, 4-1 over Fan Yushuan.
So Bean's gotten on the board now.
And Zlateva to break. So did you create a video why you love WPBA to send to Lonnie?
I did not. Was I supposed to?
I think she's requesting that of every single player.
Oh my goodness. I did one for Brittany. Brittany did one with me last year, so I might just ask her for that.
So
No.
Lonnie has created 2 separate versions of the I Love WPBA video with all the players. I think it's a really awesome idea. So I just submitted one, so I think she's in the process of compiling a 3rd version.
Oh, fun. Yeah, I'll try and make sure I get that taken care of.
And so some fun facts about the WPBA in this tournament. We had the oldest player, Jerry Eng, at 86, and this was her last event, and she has officially retired. What a tremendous career that she's had in pool. I hope to be at 86 and playing. And then we have Jordan Helfery, who is the youngest WPBA player in this event.
Yeah,
I think
and Jordan's
13?
amazing. Yep. She just turned 13, I think. Yeah, she's absolutely amazing. She has such a career ahead of her.
Wow, look like
beautiful break there.
But
other than the scratch. I mean beautiful break table. This is a huge one for Margarita.
Yeah, everything's wide open. She just has to make sure she just keeps it simple. Did you have a pool idol?
Did I have a pool idol? You know, when I was a kid, I loved watching Allison Fisher on ESPN. I think that's like how I kind of got into pool, was just watching ESPN. So, yeah. I mean, Allison Fisher would definitely be up there.
Same here. I was watching Jeanette Lee, and I was like, who is this Asian lady? What is she doing? I was like, she looks like me. So, yeah, I was very intrigued by what the ladies were doing, and it just really sparked my interest. And I never would have thought in my wildest imaginations that I would be talking to Allison Fisher, Kelly Fisher. They know me by name, and we joke around, and I get to pick their brains. Amazing. And another thing going on here is there's a film crew.
Yeah, that's kind of exciting.
There's going to be a series that they're pitching to Netflix, I believe, or one of the major networks, called Q Queens. So you can check it out on Instagram. It's all one word, Q Queens, CUEQUEENS. And it's going to be following the lives of several of the top players, including Allison Fisher, Kelly Fisher,
Emily Duddy.
Yep. I think Pia Filler, Kristina Takacha's also part of the list. So very, very excited to
oh my goodness
have this
I
documentary.
did not think that was going to be a miss. She got a little off shape, but nothing that was outside her wheelhouse at all. That was unfortunate.
But I think she left Kristina with something very difficult.
No. Well, maybe. Do you think she can't see this?
Oh no, sorry. This camera angle was looking different to me. Yeah, she can definitely see this 5 ball.
Yeah, I think, I mean, if anything, she just has to get the right angle to get back on the 6, but I don't see it as a problem. Just coming around the 7.
That was a big error.
Yeah. That may be I've made a couple mistakes and just letting the nerves take over.
Yeah, definitely you can see some type of pressure happening. Margarita's got to make sure she regroups, forgets that, and...
Yeah, she took her break. I mean, I felt like she was going to come back pretty strong there. I'm a little surprised, but it's also late. It's 9 o'clock. I don't shoot well in the evening matches, to be honest.
I'm just getting started.
Yeah, see, that's how a lot of pool players are. But unfortunately, some people, might find one time easier than another. I know quite a few players who do not play in the morning. They say they cannot, just can't do it.
I had a 9:30 match in the first stage, and it was really rough. My eyes were not focusing. My body was like, what is going on? It was a struggle. I think I woke up halfway through the match, but my opponent had such a lead, it was too late.
Yeah, understood.
Oh, that was really nicely done. She held the ball to be on that side to get to the 9. Homework time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's up 5-2.
I really didn't expect this, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a very back and forth match. But it doesn't mean it's over at all. Margarita, is going to just have to make sure she really bears down right now.
Definitely.
I think if anyone can do it, she can do it. So I'm really not not discounting this at all.
I've seen her rally back from the second half of a match. So I would not be surprised if all of a sudden, like, she turns it on and puts several racks in and narrows the gap.
Yeah, so, some players do better when they're coming from behind. Like, they truly do, just like it lights a fire. I'm not one of those players. I definitely prefer to just kind of keep a steady, keep trying to earn my racks and keep going. But some players, oh man, Tina Larson came back, I think, on like 4 or 5 matches over this last week. And just from 4 or 5 down, just to completely barrel ahead. I asked her how she does it, and she said, I just don't like to lose.
It's the will to succeed, the will to survive. Yeah. I'm more of the pressure player myself. Like, all of a sudden I feel like if I have too much of a lead, and I have to change this mindset. If you're in a lead, maintain your lead. But then at some point, it's like the momentum shifts, and then I'm like in a panic. And then I have to, like, bear down and fight back.
You do well at it. I remember when you and I had our match, and I think it was tied or something at 4-4, and you took a break, and you came back and just schooled me after that. I was like, what happened? What did I miss?
Well, we also had the shot clock guy there, and I feel like, right at home playing quickly, because I'm from New York, and we have things to do and places to be.
That's true. I think that really did help you. You were, like, suddenly you're not overthinking anything. You just went right for it. She's going to be pushing here.
She doesn't have a good shot on this one. So let's see what Kristina does to answer back on this push.
You think she'll take it or give it back?
I think she's going to give it back. But let's just check out this other view. Yeah, she's giving it back. She said, I don't want none of this.
This is a risky one. I feel like this could easily go either way. If you 2-rail around behind it, yeah, you can't even really get behind it, can you?
I think she will do a 2-rail kick and send the 1 to the bottom short rail.
Yeah, because she'll be coming in. I think she's going to keep that cue ball really nice and locked up on that top rail or near the top rail. Yeah, as long as she doesn't scratch. That was really, really nice.
Oh, and she used the orange 5 as a blocker. Let's see if Kristina can see this. No, I think that's pretty good, but she can jump it if she's feeling good about it.
Is the 3 in the way, though? No, I don't think. No, she'd be able to cut it in the side I think, at least.
I think
if
she's
she
going to
jumps.
kick it.
Wow.
Wow, look at that.
And got the 2 out. Wow, that was so well
She's
done.
like, that's not good enough. I'm just going to kick it into the side pocket. This is a tricky shot.
Yeah, really tricky.
She can't really go forward with pace because she's in danger of scratching. I think she's going to pull it back and just accept a longer angle or a more steep angle on this 3-ball.
Yeah, that was really well done. That's a hard shot to do. Right over that pocket.
I think she just floats this in. She's set up for the 4. So this is going to be a key shot here, how she's going to position from the 4. I mean, set up so that she can get from the 4 to the 5.
The thing about yeah, it looks like she is, but the thing about Kristina is she can really do a powerful force follow. She has an excellent powerful force follow. And if she has any angle at all, I think she'll do that. But as you said, you know, if she's pretty straight, then yeah, she'll just have to do it in light. A stun follow.
But you have to be careful with these pockets. These corner pockets have a deep shelf, so if you don't hit it with enough pace, you can hang the ball.
Yep.
Oh, watch out. Don't get behind that.
She's all right. Wow, that's close, though. I think she's all right.
Flirting with danger. Yeah, I think she should just go one rail, and she's going to be on the correct side, on the upper left side, to have all the space to get to the 5 next. Oh, I think she was trying to force a position.
She was trying to rail around, and she overdid it.
Well, now Margarita has an opportunity here to close the gap. You think she's going to go back and forth?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit draw left, but she's got to be careful not to scratch. So that's why she was pointing and looking at the line. So
Absolutely.
That she
you have to make
avoids-
sure to really, to get that draw stroke on there, but she can do it. As long as she makes the ball, she's going to be really golden. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, that shot was made for her.
Do you have signature shots?
Do I have signature shots? I'd like to think I do, but the only one I think I do is a stun follow. I'm pretty good at being able to, if I say I want to go 1 diamond up or 2 diamonds up, I think I handle that very well.
Stun follow. Drag draw.
Yeah?
No, that's not my specialty.
Oh, I was like,
that's a part of my homework is to master drag draw, which is so handy when you're trying to hold position but not decelerate.
Yeah, that was so important for me too. I lost more matches this last year because I would get perfectly straight on a ball and I couldn't draw it back far enough to come off a rail and get back around. I just didn't have that in my arsenal, and I was like, you know what? This is the year I'm going to fix that.
We all have things to fix. This game is all about little details that make a big difference. Oh, Margarita's like, I'm not going down without a fight.
Yep. She said, this is mine. Ooh, right on the rail, though. I'm actually surprised about that. I thought she would simply just kind of try and keep it a little closer to the center table.
I think it was really hard because there was angle there, and she wanted to be closer to the ball. But, as you said, these players, they have no fear of the rail.
Yeah. Yes, I definitely sit and practice a lot of shots right off the rail. It's one of my go-to strategies because you just have to do it. You have to be confident in them.
So just wanted to remind everyone that we do have ball sets for sale. It's the Tournament TV Pro Cup set from Aramith. Really, really nice set of balls, normally over $500. They're $370 lightly used, and you can have the cue ball autographed by one of your favorite players. Please go to WPBA.com/store for more details.
And just so you know, this picture here is not the picture of the ball set. They're going to be the ones that you're seeing the players play with the pink 2, brown 7.
Oh, no, the
I'm
pink
sorry, the
4.
pink 4. I'm sorry, excuse me.
I was like,
I was just looking at the the balls racking, and I was like,
what ball set has a pink 2?
Because the 2's usually in the back. So I was looking there. I was like, yeah, the 2 ball in the back. We used to do it.
It's 9 o'clock. It's been was it past 9 o'clock? It's been a long day. And please like, share, and follow the stream.
Wow.
That's an unfortunate scratch there.
Is that her second or third scratch on the break? She just did that last one too.
Yeah.
But but Margarita didn't get out. That was the one where she missed the 6 ball in the corner.
Yes.
Although I think she actually ended up getting the rack. But
now she's on a mission. She's like, I'm going to punish you.
This is a huge swing for
time to
Margarita.
run out. It's Fefi style, Fefi time.
Right in the center of the table. Really nice.
We're still getting used to this new ruling, so I think we're so used to having the 2 in the back that we'll think automatically should be in the back when it's a random ordering of the balls, except for the 1 and the 9, obviously.
Yes, we do have the 3-point rule in effect. So you have to make a combination of pocketed balls and balls above the head spring. There needs to be 3.
Yes.
The cue ball doesn't count.
Right, does not count. So we've had some very knowledgeable chat members have asked very interesting questions in the past, such as if you were to make the 9 in the top 4 pockets on the break, but you do not make a legal break, does that still count? And the answer is no. You need to have the 3-point breaking requirement fulfilled before that would count. So the 9 ball will go back up on the spot.
Yeah, that did happen in the last event. Someone was beautiful, made the 9, and then had to unfortunately count and realize it didn't count.
Right.
Count the balls across.
Oh, thank you for your kind comment. I like to say funny things. Maybe it's the New York in me. I'll just blurt out things and, make my co-commentator laugh.
I just sit here laughing. That's my job.
That brings me
laugh
joy.
at all of Ada's jokes.
That brings me joy in life. Well, she's definitely confidently looking.
She's got the 6 in the same corner. She's gonna bear down on this one. It's funny though. It can really get to your head. Even the very best players. I saw Allison Fisher miss a 7 ball along the rail in the same pocket twice in a row. It's a real thing. Actually, maybe even 3 times in a row. It's not good.
I'm telling you, they're human. They're not robots. They do make mistakes. And they do have personalities.
Absolutely.
Is that shot that you're talking about made for her? What do you think?
Yep, that back cut where she bounces it off the long rail. She does it so beautifully. I think one of the nicest I've ever seen.
I see that shot a lot. So if you can master that shot, I think that goes a long way to improving the quality of your game.
Did she overhit it? No, she looks good.
No, she drifted that just right. And there's no rail involved.
And there's no rail.
So you can rest assured, Tara, no rail is involved. Very nice. We have the score margin being closer now with Margarita posting up 4-5. Still Kristina's in the lead, but she's like, I'm not going away. I'm not sleeping. I'm not.
And it is, Margarita's rack now.
Yes.
She took that point.
Let's look at
because
the
of
live
the scratch.
scores. Boyana Shradats, 5-3 over Bean Hung. That's looking to be quite a battle there. Chihiro Kawahara, 4-3 over Brianna Miller. And we have Pia Filler, 4-3 over Fan Yushuan.
These are great matches. Every one of these is so close it can go either way.
Seriously, it's like one of those nail biters. Like, gung, 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 gung. Someone has called Margarita the Fefinator.
The Fefinator.
Wow.
I like that.
She does remind me of like the Terminator, the T-1000 a little bit. You know, the enemy of...
Make sure to tell her that so she can think about that one.
Then she could be the Fefinator.
The Fefinator.
She has no nickname. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, feel free to keep bringing in suggestions. I don't know if she wants a nickname or not, but I think it's always fun to have one.
It is fun to have one. I like my nickname, Iron Maiden.
It's a good one for you, definitely.
Yes, I pretty much like torture my opponents to death.
Yeah, mine is Quicksands, and everyone's always like, what? And it's because my maiden name is actually Sands, so...
I thought you just like stick someone in a hole and
let them watch them drown.
That's right. They slowly get devoured.
No, it was just it makes more sense if you know my former name.
Well, this was a compliant break here, and everything's all open.
Beautiful, really nice.
This looking, well, I
the
think
four ball is a little bit tricky. You guys, you have that, combo. I'm not sure how she wants to play it from the 2 to the 4. She does have room because if the 2 goes in the side pocket, she'll be able to slide under it, but that's not an easy spot to be.
I think her only available pocket, well, I mean, she's got a few there. Just the 7 ball is blocking that lower left corner pocket, but she can elect to go to the top left corner or even the bottom right corner. It really depends on how she sets up after this 2
Yeah, where
ball.
she gets on the 2. Yeah, so she'll probably play the left side is my guess.
Well, she got a little straight on this. Well, she's got a small angle on this 2 ball in the side.
Oh,
but
she's not. Is she going? I thought she was going to go in the side and then just come up the short rail and then bounce back down towards the 7.
We'll see what she does.
I mean, worst comes to worst, she has a combo. It's not like she can't do it. She's going for it.
Is it combo time?
And she set herself up really well for that. As long as she doesn't lose the 4, which I don't see her doing, she'll probably hit it nice and soft and just let the 4 kind of hang there. But anytime you have to combo, it's always risky. Yeah.
Oh, that was really nice.
Beautifully done.
She's getting her extension. I like so many options that they have now because, as a shorter person, when I first started playing, I just had to use the bridge. I mean, granted, my sister calls it the sissy stick, and she had no respect for the bridge.
And she clearly doesn't play on a 9-foot table.
Well, she was a bar table player, and she did not believe in ball in hand either, so... Ooh, this is quite a steep angle.
Yeah, I don't think this is where she wanted to be, but, and this is that side pocket. That's a tricky one to do. Unless she cuts it up in the corner, which I guess is probably what she'll probably go for.
I think she's going for the top left corner and then just going to go back and forth to get the cue ball back to the middle of the table.
This is a tricky, challenging shot to both control it around those 2 side pockets and, not end up bad on the... Yeah, she did that.
That was nice.
She just kept it straight across the table. That was nice.
Yeah, and she got the cue ball back to the middle of the table where she has the most options.
Does she have a bit of an angle? Can she just stun this or just stop it?
She has a small angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she stunned it over.
Yeah. That was really, really nicely done.
Margarita Fefilova.
Tying it up. What a great match.
I'm telling you, it was Fefi time. She's like, I'm done playing games.
Fefi style.
Fefi time.
Fefi Styer.
Looks like Kristina took a break.
Yes, each of the players are allowed to have a break. Typically in matches, you usually only see one break happen, but they're absolutely each allowed one. And Margarita's gonna practice.
So while the ladies are taking a break, just wanted to mention our title sponsors for this event. The 2024 WPBA Tour Championship presented by Dr. Pool Promotions Inc. and Jacoby Custom Cues. We are located at the Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center in Rothschild, Wisconsin. So the city of Rothschild is part of the sponsors, as well as Old Hausen Tables, I Win Simonis Cloth, Incredible Bank, On the Hill Billiards Club, MPA Midwest Pool Players Association, Diamond Billiards Products, Aramith Billiards Ball, and the Arison Fisher Group. Gonna play some videos while the ladies are on a break.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so warm.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.
Welcome back, everyone. It looks like the players are back from their break and are ready to get started again. For those of you joining us, this is Ada Leo, and I'm in the booth with Tara Connor. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Hey, everyone. Yep, we're watching Kristina get to the table now. And we were looking at scores also from some of the others, and it's a really nice matches. Brianna Miller is tied with Kawahara at 4 games apiece. We got 2 tied scores. Pia Filler's up 5-3 against, what is it, Schwan? How do you say that?
Fan Yu Schwan.
Schwan, yeah. And then Bean is actually down against Boyana from 3-6. So
wow,
these are some really, really good matches going on.
Well, those are one-loss side matches, and none of these ladies want to.
No one wants to go home right now.
That's right. Oh, no, except, I'm sorry, there's 2 winner side matches.
Yeah.
This one that we're watching right now with Margarita Fefilova and Kristina Zlateva, as well as Bean Hung and Boyana Sharetz. So there are 2 winner side matches, and then we have 2 B-side matches. Brianna Miller versus Chihiro Kawahara, tied up at 4-4. And then we have Pia Filler 5-3 against Fan Yushan. So it looks like Kristina has made a really nice break here, but I don't know if she has an obvious pocket for this 2-ball. So she's elected to play a safe. Watch out. That's nice. She used the 2 and the 5 as a blocker.
Yeah, she got the distance out of that. It's not impossible to make it, though, with that 2 so close to the pocket.
Oh, like taking to the air and jumping?
Taking to the air and going off the rail, to kicking at it. It's not easy, but she's probably pretty
check out this jump shot. Oh, so nice. She like jumped it right as you described, Tara. Good call.
Thanks. Every once in a while, I get one right.
No, you've been getting a lot right here. It's like you are in the mind of these players.
Yes, I wish I could be the mind and actually, execute at this level.
Unfortunately, I don't think she has a full view of this ball.
She's going to play almost a similar save to what Kristina just had to play. Coming off the rail, trying to put the 3 back under that line and let the cue ball come up to the top of the table. Gosh, we should have replayed. We should have got that on replay.
I know, right?
I always forget to
I
jump in on that.
Yeah, I forget that Lonnie has added this replay, so then we could go back to the videotape. Every event, Lonnie has something new for me to learn on this live stream setup.
So she wanted to stay under those. Definitely didn't want to leave it where the 9 ball comes into play.
Does this combo look juicy?
I mean, it's a really hard combo, but I think more likely she's going to opt for a safety herself.
Well, it could be a two-way where she attempts this combo, and then if it doesn't go in, the cue ball's going to be sent around the table to come back to the top short rail.
Yeah, it's a little tricky because, I mean, she's on the rail, and the 3 ball is going to follow tangent to the right side of this table, and so is the cue ball. So, it becomes a tricky safety if you try and also go for it. Yeah, that was, I feel like, the smart play, even though she didn't catch the 9 the way she was hoping to. But yeah, going for the combo would have, if you rattle the 9 and don't, and leave your opponent a shot, then you may have just sold out. So
yeah. Yeah, this looks like another safety. I'm thinking maybe Margarita can roll up against this 9 for a jail save.
Try and execute it as well as Kristina did to her.
Just like that.
Yeah, Kristina's got a kick here. A nice kick.
Yeah, it was not locked up enough. But it was the best that she could do given that layout.
This is also, usually you try and hit it so you can get the cue ball away from the object ball if you're kicking at these, but this one is one of those, if you don't make it, you may sell out. She came off the rail. That was smart. She did that really, really nicely.
Yeah, and I don't think she left anything for Margarita here.
She got a save out of it.
Maybe a small sliver of the ball, but there's a danger of scratching.
I would come underneath it and kick it because she can hide behind that 8 ball. Send the 3 up table.
There are a lot of options here.
Yeah.
But what's most certainly not happening is a pocket. It's not pocketing.
Not likely to happen.
Yes.
Oh, she's going straight into it. I don't love that. Yeah.
I don't like this either.
Now, she was fortunate enough to, because she, I think a follow shot will get the cue ball. Can you switch to the other angle?
Yes.
So we can see where that 3 is sitting in relation to the pocket.
I think she has to be careful about not scratching in the side. So you don't want to put center or, any type of spin.
Yeah,
right spin.
She really has to follow it up to try and get away from the pocket.
Yeah, and accept a longer shot on this orange 5.
She does? Ooh, yeah.
There was definitely a lot to consider in that shot.
I'm actually surprised she overcut that. That was such a difficult shot. Usually the impulse is to undercut it just to try and stay away from that side pocket.
So I'm thinking this is going to be another snuggle up save, unless...
a snuggly save.
Snuggly save. Because it is tied 5-5. You don't want to make anything,
Oh, hit a rail. Hit a
Oh,
rail.
no.
Oh, that...
She needed more pace.
Ooh, that was painful. That was very painful.
I think she was very focused on making sure she got behind the 7 and...
Yep, she really wanted to get right on that 7 and didn't
account for the 3, making sure she put enough pace into it.
Yeah, that's an unforced error, unfortunately. You don't want those.
No unforced errors. I mean, but every match there are unforced errors. It's tough because you have, the pressure from your opponent. You've got making sure that, understanding the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
This live stream table plays differently than the outer tables.
Yeah, the lights really do make a difference when you switch from, even just, and I was noticing in the practice room, they don't have the, the professional lights up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was noticing shadows. I was having a harder time with some of my cut shots. And then I got out into the stream table. I actually played on the stream table in my very first match. And it was, it was quite different. Even though I have this light at home, it felt very different when I, got under it.
Yeah, I like this light. I could see everything.
Oh, yeah, I know. Just the rails. It's just every angle of the ball. It's so fun. I think are they called, is it the company called Perimeter Lighting?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I ordered one. I was definitely worth the money for sure.
I mean, lighting is super important. It's hard to play pool if you're seeing shadows or you're just not able to visualize the edge of the ball because the lighting's dim.
Yeah, and the other thing to consider about these is that, in certain pool rooms we play at, it's very bright in there. The whole room is very lit. And in other pool rooms, it's quite dark and you just have the light above it. And this is a little bit of a darker room. So the lighting becomes more obvious. And you're more sensitive to it. I remember my first time playing in Iron City, it's very, very bright in there. And I really struggled. I had to go home and start playing with all the lights on just to try and get used to it. Because usually I keep it a little dim in my garage.
So I like how Kristina's just keeping everything simple.
Someone in the chat asked who Bean is playing. She is playing Bojana Šarac.
Bojana Šarac. Originally from Serbia, now residing in Switzerland.
Oh, I didn't realize she was in Switzerland.
And the score in that match is Bojana is on the hill, 7-4 against Bean.
Okay, Kristina's back in the lead.
6-5, Kristina. Let's show everyone the rest of the room. Bojana Šarac 7-4 over Bean Hung. 4-4 for Brianna Miller and Chihiro Kawahara. And Pia Filler slightly in the lead there, 5-4 against Fan Yu Xuan. Again, if you like what you see, keep our streams free by liking, sharing, and following, as well as putting a thumbs up in the chat there. We are on Billiards TV, and we're so grateful to be showing you the best pool players, female pool players
in the world. Yes,
in
absolutely.
the world. This has been quite an international event. We have ladies from Taiwan, Vietnam, Japan, Argentina, Serbia.
New countries popping up every day.
Yeah, because I think we had a split vote on whether Bojana should be Serbian or Switzerland. She now resides in Switzerland, originally from Serbia, so I decided to mash it up like Bennifer.
Yeah.
Serbia.
And, Bean is, I think, originally from, is she Taipei?
She's originally Taiwanese, from Taiwan, and moved to Australia. She is basically an Aussie.
Yeah. But
oi.
But she spends a lot of time, she does come to the States a lot. She is very active in our tournaments, so we see Bean a lot.
Yes, and then we have Germany.
Ooh, nice. Oh, that 7-8 just made the whole rack a little more difficult.
Yes, I don't know if it's a straight-in combo there.
3 balls on the break, and to have a really difficult
So there's a question about Karen Core and Allison Fisher. Karen Core unfortunately plays on occasion, so she makes a surprise appearance. And I'm always surprised when I see her.
I met her for the very first time at Bristol. I was so excited.
So she's kind of picking and choosing what events she plays.
Yeah.
And then Allison Fisher was in this as well as Kelly Fisher, but unfortunately they were eliminated in the later rounds. So
yeah, Kelly actually eliminated Allison and then went on to be eliminated.
What is this Fisher on Fisher violence here? I thought they were all one big happy family.
You know what? At one point during their match, they just started, I don't know what exactly happened, something to do with a bridge. And they just started laughing, and they laughed so loudly the entire tournament turned around to look at them. Oh, she got the breakout, but did not get the shot. I'm a little surprised that she even went. Maybe she was kind of forced to do that.
Well, now she's got this tricky situation on this 3-ball. Does she go for the side pocket? Does she go for the upper right corner? Does she play a safe? A lot of options to consider.
Beautiful safety. I think Kristina can jump this, but even if she jumps it, getting back for that 4 is, she's probably going to end up with just a tough cut on the 4 afterwards if she makes it.
Or she could play a safe on the 4 too.
Yeah, that's true. It's a very good spot for a safety with that 7 sitting there.
I think she's going for air Styer.
That was a really nice try.
Oh, sorry. I was too slow on changing the view. Sorry, Tara.
It's okay. I was like, I can't see. Oh, but she left her tough.
All right, let's check out this. How tough? So tough.
Very tough. She'll probably, my guess is what, send the 3 to try and get it right into the center of the top rail and send the cue ball down here to the bottom.
Kind of make it split the distance here. Make it far away.
Oh, she kind of let the 3 ball get out though. She wanted to hit it a little thinner, I think, to let it die.
Well, this is still not easy. There's extreme cuts to the left and to the right. So I'm thinking that Kristina is going to play a safe.
Yeah, I would back cut it.
You live in dangerously.
I would, because you're going to send the cue ball down here by the 4, and if you miss it, you want to overcut it, of course. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of a two-way going for it.
Is like Michael Jackson's Dangerous your theme song? The girl is so dangerous.
How did you know? Is she gonna... Oh. So that one didn't pay off. She really needed to overcut that. That would have been... that would have changed the angle a little bit. She would have had a better shot on the 4 too.
Yeah, I think she sold out in this situation. So Margarita needs to bring back Fefi time and get this over with. This rack, that is.
We need to see the Fefi Styer here.
That's right. She just needs to go one rail, and that's the natural position to get down to for the cue ball to come on the right side of the table, so she could shoot this pink 4 in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, if she can make it, I have no doubt she's going to be getting out. I meant to make it and get the 4 shape.
She was like, no, I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to play a safe. That's what she did.
Are we airtime again?
No, I think this is too close for airtime. We will see.
She doesn't have to jump full on the ball though. She's only barely hooked. It is really challenging, obviously.
It's hard to see if it's makeable. You think she's gonna be jumping and making this, or jumping and safing?
Oh, is she massing around it? No, she's kicking.
Well, I do not sound like someone typically from New York because I grew up on the edge of New York in New Jersey, right across the river. I can see New York from my house. But also, I did not, how would you say, I'm Asian. My family is first generation, and I grew up with Spanish people. So I do have a mix of all those three accents. Mishmash of Hispanic, Asian, and from the East Coast. And I like to enunciate my words.
Do you speak Spanish?
I do. I'm a polyglot. I am up to learning 6 languages right now.
Wow, good for you. That's amazing.
My top 3 are Spanish, Chinese, and English. And I'm so glad to have Vero in the, WPBA players.
So you can practice French?
So I can practice my French. And then, unfortunately, there is no Turkish player, but I've learned Turkish. So
wow, good for you.
And I'm learning Japanese at the moment.
Yeah, Elul, you would have, yeah.
I do speak Cantonese. There's been a question, and I know very, very basic Mandarin. So I do make it a pet peeve of mine when tournament directors do not know how to pronounce people's names.
I really appreciate you taking so much time for all of the, all of the players' names. You're very good at them, at learning them, making sure to ask and clarify.
So, yeah, the hardest name I think in this tournament is Boyana Sharatz.
It's the hardest only because it does not look like the way you pronounce it. That's what makes it so challenging. And I appreciate it. Actually, Ada was kind enough to kind of school me on how to pronounce that the other day, and I have literally been walking around saying it just so I don't forget.
No, it's once you get it, you're just like, oh, okay, this is cool. This is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And I feel like the players appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely.
So there's a question when I lived in Montreal. I lived in Montreal in 2010 to 2012.
Did you play pool there?
I did not play pool there. I played pool in New York, and I was bi-coastal or bi-country. I was living in Montreal and living in New York at the same time.
That was a very difficult shot.
But I did play pool many years ago at Dooley's in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. Very nice room. They have really good food. Definitely check it out if you are in the Quebec area. It's in the suburbs. They call it the South Shore of Montreal. It's not in Montreal City. It's in the suburbs.
Okay, so now Kristina gets the chance at a nice safety here. These are the kind of shots you practice a lot if you play professional pool.
Yes, because you can't leave it wide open because they will punish you.
Yes, this is absolutely, speed is everything here. Especially when you're hitting across the table, you just have to really control that. And she did a good job. I mean, it got a little further than she wanted, but I think she is. Can she see the left edge of it, do you think?
Let's check out this other view. I think she can see the left edge of it. Can she make it, though? This is really tough to make. I'm seeing another safety.
Gosh, from this angle, it almost looks like she could bank it.
Oh, we have some very international folks in the chat. I'm loving this.
Oh, I didn't realize she could see so much of it.
She could, but those side pockets are so unforgiving here on these diamond tables.
Yeah, that was shocking. She actually overcut it which surprised me a little bit. She hit the left side of that pocket. With that 9 ball there, I thought, if anything, the impulse would be to hit it too thick.
So someone mentioned that the hardest name is this Polish male professional player. That name is pretty hard to pronounce. Wojciech Szewczak.
Good job. Nothing's too hard for Ada.
Well, I asked him how to pronounce it, and he said my pronunciation was pretty good.
Yeah, this is, unfortunately, it is brought up. This is, if she gets up on the hill here, this would be a, difficult one to finish. But as we said, this is the A-side match, so...
Both these ladies have no quit in them.
Mm-hmm. But, it would be Margarita's break next. And she's breaking really, really well. So I'm curious, this is actually a little harder than it looks, only because she is a little thin on that 7.
Yes.
And she has to, both control the speed and make sure she doesn't run into the 9 ball.
Or she can go up and down the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
If she's feeling that stroke, up and down the table.
Yep, just like you said. She got around that 9. That was perfect.
She went all around the world.
Not a wonderful leave, but, this isn't a difficult shot for her.
I like that she's taking her time. She's just not getting down and shooting. You want to make sure you're committed.
Yeah, it's really important. When you have a shot clock, a lot of people will play a shot clock like it's about half as long as it really is. There's no reason you can't just take the full 40 seconds. Just, really, 40 seconds is a long time.
It is a long time.
Doesn't feel like it sometimes, but...
And Kristina Zlateva on the hill, 7-5 against Margarita Fefilova.
Bojana did win her match, and right now Brianna Miller has actually come back to go up 6-4.
Yes, let's take a look around the room.
But Pia and Schwan?
Yeah, Fan Yu Schwan.
She is, they are tied.
It's a fight to the death.
Tied at 6 is definitely anyone's games.
So yeah, we have Brianna Miller taking the lead 6-4 over Chihiro Kawahara. Pia Filler. No quit in those ladies either. Fan Yu Schwan, 6-6.
I was watching Pia's break earlier when she was practicing. I'm like, I'm going to have to go back and record her sometime. It is such a beautiful break.
It is. She's got the right contact, the right speed, the right spin.
Yeah, it's not just watching the break part of it. It was watching her breaking. I was watching her form. Some people really move their bodies in the break. Some people, really kind of, you can see a lot of movement in a break. It's very different than a regular pool stroke. But hers had almost no movement. It was really beautiful to watch.
So she's really concentrating all her energy into accelerating into that shot.
It's just the cue. Yep. It's all right there in the cue.
Well, she made a compliant break here. I think she's got to look at this 1 ball in the top left corner. Unfortunately, this 3 is all the way in the bottom short side.
Yeah, she made the 2, so...
I think she's going to have to kick it off the rail and spin it so she could get shape for this 3 ball.
Yeah, this isn't really that hard of a shot, but it's anytime you're kicking at something, you definitely can't take it for granted.
Yeah, spin off the rail. Slightly fancy. Let's see.
Yeah, it was just a little further from that pocket than...
But it's a good 2-way, though.
It was a great 2-way, absolutely. I can't see how far the 1 is from the side rail. She's got some room. She might be able to just hit pretty straight into it and get it behind the 4. I can't tell. Or she could just thin the 1.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a safety. It's just what kind of safety is she going to be doing right now?
Yeah. She was, focusing on the cue ball being the, the safe there. getting all the way away from it, so she did a really nice job.
And Kristina's got to be careful with this, avoiding the scratch in the top left corner. So be curious to see what she does here. Obviously, I think it's another resave. I don't see a makeable shot.
Yeah, this is not easy at all. I can't tell how much of the one she can see.
Oh!
You called it.
It went in the hole, and
Wrong.
it's dark in there. As Lonnie would say, don't go in the hole.
Don't go into the darkness.
That's right. So dark. It's like an abyss. So dark.
This is really key here because that 1 to 3 would be very difficult without ball in hand. Now she has a good chance of getting good shape on it. And then you got to come back up for the 4. So, yeah, she's got a lot of work on this rack.
She's got to go up and down, up and down.
It's funny. I actually almost would have opted to play the left side to come in behind the 3 on the left, but she's choosing the right.
So Simone was in the chat earlier when I was commentating with Emily, and she described, I think, 4 words on a shot, and I was like, what? It was like pinch, stun, punch, or something like that. I need to go back and rewatch that video, but I was like, this is some new terminology.
Yeah, a stroke. It's a stroke, yeah.
It's a type of shot that, an effect that Allison was trying to do to hold the ball in this one area.
I think I've seen Brianna do something like that, actually.
Those are the type of shots I think I need to add to my repertoire. Well, Margarita's like, I'm taking advantage of this scratch and punishing you.
Yeah, she played that just absolutely beautifully. And it's that dreaded side pocket with that 5. But she's going to do well.
I think she'll set up for the corner. Oh, side.
Yeah, she set herself nicely for that, though. She can slide right over for the 6 ball.
She could even think about just stop shot and being on that side of the table so that she gets an angle for the 6. She's looking not to do too much.
I actually don't think Zlateva does have a full-time job anymore. I may be wrong about this, but I think she is now a full-time pool player.
She's a full-time pool player.
Yeah, she left her job. Is it Bulgaria that she was in?
Yeah, she was definitely in some type of tech job and was working remotely and trying to play pool, which, I give her a lot of respect for doing that. I have a full-time job and basically am grateful to be playing on the tour. It's very hard to focus on both.
It's true, yes. Definitely you can see a big difference in the players who get to do it full time.
Hopefully one of these days that we can grow the sport so that the sport is paying us for appearing. Like, you look at some of these more organized sports, they give you like a $1 million signing bonus for joining the team.
Can we get that?
Yes, can we get that?
Is there any sponsors out there who want to give us that signing bonus?
I'm sure there's some intrepid fans here that can help make this happen. So that's what my pipe dream would be.
Absolutely.
For us to be able to make a honest living and just focus on playing pool and playing pool well.
I can tell you that if I got paid by the hour to play pool, I would play a lot of pool. There we go. 7-6 now.
No quit. No quit,
Yep.
Feffy time.
Great match. This has turned into such a good match. And Brianna Miller is also on the hill now, as well as Fan Yu Xuan.
Wow, lots of matches finishing up here very close scores.
Yeah, 7-6, 7-5, and 7-6.
If you never had the opportunity to come watch us in person, it's quite an experience. So please, watch out for our 2025 calendar and mark the dates when we publish it, because it's definitely an experience to meet the ladies, watch all the action in person, and you're just not confined to just watching one live stream.
It's super fun, and everyone is so friendly on the WPBA. Like truly, you don't be afraid to walk up to any single player, asking for autographs, asking for pictures. Everyone is so nice.
So please like, share, and follow this stream. Also, you can contribute with a donation by clicking on the $sign or going to WPBA.com and making a donation there. Or you can buy ball sets too at WPBA.com/store and get one of these lovely, lightly used Aramith sets with a signed cue ball if you so choose from one of the players here.
Yeah, without question. Definitely one of the best deals you can find on an incredible set of Aramith.
Ooh, compliant break. But she's got a combo. She did
such a good job on her last combo. I'm not worried about this at all.
She's like, I am a combinator.
Now the 3-ball, she's got to really make sure she can get shape.
Well, she has to make sure she leaves the one ball by the pocket so she has an option to get good shape on this 3. Other than that, I think everything's pretty open.
Is she straight on it? Well, she'll just drop back if she is, but...
No, I think she's got an angle. And plus, she can also think about manipulating where to aim.
She can cheat it for sure, but...
So she went and looked over there.
Yeah, looks like she might be able to come off the right side and just come back to center table.
She had a really good acceleration there in her stroke, and that's one of the things I really like watching from her is the way she executes her backswing. Now she has an angle. She has to go back and forth to get position on the 4 by making sure that the cue ball is back to the middle of the table. Well, she's a little straight here for this 4-ball.
Lonnie's in here trying to distract us, but
with selfies.
Yeah, there's not much to really say about this because she's just doing such a good job. That's my favorite stroke of hers.
Does draw stroke?
The way she does it. It's just perfect.
So that's who you aspire to emulate?
Yes,
with your
for
draw
my draw
stroke?
stroke, absolutely.
Now, you think she's going to stop shot, draw a little bit, or go forward?
Draw a little. Not much, just a little bit.
She looks like she's going forward. Oh, watch out for hitting the 9. I don't think she wanted to do that.
Yeah, fortunately, she's only 1 diamond up on this cut, so it is a pretty makeable cut, but that 7 is close to the rail. It's almost on it.
That's a steep cut on these tight pockets.
Yeah, really. And this is definitely one of those shots that you cannot miss it, or you have sold out.
And Kristina's on the hill, so she's got to commit and execute.
And leave yourself shape on the 8. Because the 8's not a...
Oh, they're screaming and cheering outside.
Brianna Miller just took it down.
Brianna Miller emerging victorious over Chihiro Kawahara of Japan. What a finish here. What a showing. She comes back tomorrow.
This is amazing. What a finish. Yeah, she finished she finished 5th, 6th in Colorado. That was her highest place finish.
It's so exciting to see all these young players coming up in the rankings and doing so well. What a cut shot.
And she hit it just the right speed.
That is such a thin cut.
Yeah.
You had to hit it just right. She was like, I eat those cut shots for breakfast.
I knew she could make it, but, you know, there's a lot of pressure there with Kristina on the hill. So, you know, clearly she works well under pressure.
Fefinator T1000.
Yeah, the Fefinator 1000. Yeah, I'm so happy for Brianna. She's just having such... Oh, no.
Oh, what?
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no.
That was very unfortunate.
After such an incredible shot on the last one.
I feel like those shots are more difficult than you expect because you're on the rail. You have to... There was a small angle there, and I think she threw it off. It got thrown a little bit.
Can this go in the side?
I think it does, but it's very tight, and these side pockets are unforgiving.
But she's so close to it, I think she won't have a trouble just sliding it in. Yeah.
Just like that. Sneaking it in. There you have it, folks.
Wow. There she goes. Taking it down. Kristina Zlateva.
Kristina Zlateva moving on to the hot seat match tomorrow. Emerging victorious 8-2. But I'm sorry, this went away before I looked.
8-6.
8-6 over Margarita Fefilova Styer.
Yeah, and then Fan Yuxuan is up 7-6 over Piestel. So
super exciting match over there.
Thank you guys, everyone, for joining us. This has been such a fun match. So they played both so well.
They did. Thank you, Tara, for joining me in the booth.
Yeah, thanks, Ada and Lonnie, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Yes, I'm going to see if Lonnie wants to say some parting words here, so stay tuned.
All right. Hey, everybody. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys want, I may be able to swing around. I don't know where Pia's match is at the moment. Let's see. Let me see if I can swing this bad boy around for you guys. I don't know if I'll stay on the mic or not. So if you guys aren't, if you don't mind, I'm actually right in the middle of eating some dinner. Thank you to Emily Duddy, the bombshell. She made that possible for me to have food this evening. So shout out to her. Let's see what I can come up with here. I want to say thank you to our sponsors and, of course, to our fans. For those of you guys who are enjoying the content, please take just a second. You guys can donate to us via YouTube. There's a little money symbol next to your chat. If YouTube is not an option, you can go to WPBA.com. There's a spot there that says donate here. I'm not really sure what their score line is. Does she kick it in? Score is currently 7-6. Fan Yuxuan is on the hill, and it looks as though she's coming to the table with a very nice starting shot on the 6th ball. So she may finish this set right here. We'll see So look at some of the people around the room. The room's very dark right now, although the exterior lights outside of the table lights is down. Fan Yu Xuan. No, is Fan Yu, is she a Taiwanese player?
Yes.
Okay. Ada, let me know that. I know she always knows what's going on there. Fan Yu Xuan. I learned how to say things phonetically thanks to Ada. I want to give a special shout out to Tara Connor and Ada Leo for jumping in and kind of giving you guys that great last match. I listened to bits and pieces of it while I was wandering around the room, chatting with all the spectators. They did a great job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like these two balls may position her to win this match. Looks like tomorrow morning we're going to have Bojana Srirac versus Kristina Zlateva at noon, and that is the hot seat match, if I'm correct. Yes, it is. Bojana Srirac, what a great tournament she's having. She's going to play Zlateva for the hot seat tomorrow at noon. But we'll be here starting at this 9 ball over here for Fan Yu to win this match. So it looks like at 10 a.m. we'll have Brianna Miller versus Bean Hung. And the other match on the B side is going to be the winner. Looks like it's potentially Fan Yu Xuan. And it is playing Margarita Fefilova Styer. So Margarita Fefilova Styer, Fan Yu Xuan, Brianna Miller, Bean Hung, and Bojana Srirac and Kristina Zlateva. So some good matches. We're going to start at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is amazing that you guys have stayed with us this long. Kudos. And thanks again to Ada Leo and Tara Connor. You are watching the 2024 WPBA Tour Championship presented by Dr. Pool Promotions and Jacoby Custom Cues. We're going to say a quick thank you to our sponsors. We wish you guys a great holiday, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time Zone.